Look, Diving Talks is it's a fabulous show, and if you're asking me what my experience was, it was wonderful. I really enjoyed it at all sorts of levels. So the ability to interact with my diving colleagues, that's priceless. And the hospitality and food and wine, all that kind of stuff was amazing. But look, the thing about Diving Talks is that it's a fabulous opportunity for people like me who are doing research to disseminate it to the people that are interested in it. So, where do people go for their information? They often go to the internet. And unfortunately, while there is some good material on the internet, there's also a lot of bad material, and it's very difficult for divers to filter that. So going to a show like Diving Talks, where they get to listen to the thought leaders in real time, in person, they can be sure they're getting reliable information, and it's the absolute best way of getting our message out there to our fellow divers. So I consider it a real privilege to go to those kind of shows, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, so there's your answer. Well, there are a few things actually. So one of the things that separates Diving Talks from the other dive shows that I've spoken at is the emphasis that is put on interaction with the audience. So the talks themselves are kept quite short, like 20 minutes. And I know when I was first invited to go and thought about it and was told 20 minutes, was like, whoa, can I actually do it in 20 minutes? But the corollary is that they have 20 minutes for audience participation and questions as well. And I think that that's actually a really cool idea. And after the first time I went to Diving Talks, I became a big fan of that approach. I think it's, everyone should be able to distill their key message into 20 minutes. And then you have a chance for the audience to get clarity around things they didn't understand or want to go back over, want to hear a bit more detail about. So that's one of the things that stands out for me about Diving Talks is the format that is used, I think is very clever, and I think it works really well. As you probably know, I'm a technical diver, and I do quite a lot of expedition stuff. And it was great to hear what other people are doing and how they're doing it. The thing about it, people often assume that, I go to these things and I'm, an expert in my subject area, which is true, but they kind of assume that I'm not there to learn, but I actually am there to learn, and I learn heaps of things from my fellow presenters. So I really enjoy hearing, how they're approaching particular problems in expedition diving. You take away ideas from every one of those things. So, no, it very much is an educational experience for me too, at all sorts of levels, the expeditions, the diving techniques, the photography, because Lindo always has some, really good underwater photographers involved, and hearing how they do stuff is very useful for me. So, it doesn't matter how expert you are in your kind of narrow area, there's always something to learn at a show like Diving Talks. Oh, yes. Well, look, research has very distinct phases. So, you identify a question, you plan how you're going to answer it, you do the study, you analyze it, you write it up, and you publish. But the publishing is in scientific journals. And by the way, the most important part of it is the publishing and dissemination, right? If you're not going to do that, what's the point of doing the research? So the thing about shows like Diving Talks is it's another method of disseminating the research. So, it's a great opportunity to connect with the end users of our work. And we do try to focus, because I'm a diver and my research team are all divers as well, we try to focus on questions that are highly relevant to our diving colleagues. 1 degree of separation from implementation, if depending on what the result of the work is. So it really is a good opportunity to tick that final box in the research journey, which is getting the information out there into the community.